The dark, moody cinematography is often complemented by sharp contrasts of light and shadow, reinforcing the moral ambiguity of the characters.
Just what you've been waiting for. Movies, TV, music, and more. Follow, subscribe, stay up to date. Episodes drop every other Monday. It's the man, watch that. It's the man, watch that. It's the man, watch that podcast.
Welcome to the Matt Watch That podcast, the place for reviews, rants, and randomness. I'm your host, Matt Seroski, filmmaker, film fan. Each episode, I'm going to watch a movie or TV pilot that I probably should have seen but never got around to. It could be a recent favorite, critic's choice, or cult classic. To join in on the conversation, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Matt Seroski. You can subscribe to my YouTube page where I'll post videos and clips from the show. If you have any opinions on what I've discussed, or suggestions as to what I should see next, use the hashtag MattWatchThat on social. Before we start, PBS has a long and rich history of airing British programming, and have become a hallmark of its cultural and educational mission. Starting in 1971, Masterpiece Theatre launched with the first Churchills, beginning a steady stream of British drama and literary adaptations. PBS expanded their offering with works from the BBC and ITV, including Upstairs, Downstairs, I, Claudius, and Poldark. British programming rose in popularity with staples Monty Python's Flying Circus and Doctor Who. Comedies such as Are You Being Served?, Fawlty Towers, and Yes Minister became regular features, especially during pledge drives. In the 1990s, programming continued to evolve with Mystery, featuring Inspector Morse, and Hetty Wainthropp Investigates, as well as BBC documentaries and educational content featuring David Attenborough's Nature series. In recent history, Downton Abbey became a cultural phenomenon, bringing massive viewership to PBS, and revitalizing interest in British costume dramas. Other hit series followed, Call the Midwife, Sherlock, Victoria, and a Poldark reboot. British programming has helped define PBS's image as the home for intelligent, sophisticated entertainment. On to the main attraction. Each review will end with a ranking out of 5 stars. 1 star is skip it, 2 stars watch at your own risk, 3 stars standard fare, 4 stars worth checking out, and 5 stars must see. Now, if I give a title 5 stars, it doesn't mean I'm comparing it to Casablanca, Jaws, or Seinfeld. I rank titles based on other movies or TV series in that genre and at that time period. On this episode of the podcast, I'll be reviewing Peaky Blinders from 2013. It was directed by Otto Bathurst, who helmed episodes of Crime Caper Hustle, cyber thriller Black Mirror, supernatural fantasy His Darkest Materials, and epic western Billy the Kid. The screenplay was written by the creator, Stephen Knight, who scribed crime drama Eastern Promises, psychological drama Locke, romantic epic Allied, and cyber thriller The Girl in the Spider's Web. He's one of the 3 creators of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Writing, Original Screenplay of Dirty Pretty Things. It stars Cillian Murphy as Thomas Tommy Shelby. Born and raised in Douglas, Ireland, after initially studying law at University College Cork, he switched over to the arts. He played guitar in the band The Sons of Mr. Green's Jeans, and landed a role at the UCC Drama Society's production of Observe the Sons of Ulster Marching Towards the Somme. Murphy's big break came in 2002 when he was cast as the lead in 28 Days Later, directed by Danny Boyle. The post-apocalyptic horror film was a global success and introduced Murphy to international audiences. One of the defining relationships of Murphy's career has been his collaboration with filmmaker Christopher Nolan. Their partnership began with the 2005 blockbuster Batman Begins, in which Murphy played the villain, Dr. Jonathan Crane, aka Scarecrow. In 2010, Murphy's relationship with Nolan deepened when he was cast in Inception, the mind-bending thriller that explored dreams within dreams, I think. While Murphy is often associated with major blockbusters, his career is distinguished by his wide-ranging roles in independent films, including Intermission, Breakfast on Pluto, and The Wind That Shakes the Barley. Perhaps one of the most iconic roles in Murphy's career came with the BBC series Peaky Blinders, playing the brooding yet charismatic leader Thomas Shelby. In 2017, Murphy reteamed with Christopher Nolan for the war epic Dunkirk, where he played a soldier who's stranded on the beaches of Dunkirk during World War II. In 2023, Murphy took on what could be the defining role of his career, J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb, in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Murphy's portrayal is intense and introspective, capturing the internal conflict of a man who both sought to change the world and feared the consequences of his actions, earning him an Academy Award for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role. Cillian Murphy's career continues to evolve as he takes on new challenges, bringing a level of depth and integrity to every role. From 28 Days Later to Oppenheimer, he's demonstrated that he's much more than a leading man. He's a transformative talent whose ability to embody complex, multifaceted characters has made him one of the most respected actors of his time. Peaky Blinders also features Sam Neill, Helen McCrory, Paul Anderson, and Annabelle Wallis. So let's jump into it. The episode opens in 1919, following the end of World War I, with the Shelby family running their illicit betting business in Birmingham. Thomas, a war hero with a mysterious and dark past, has returned from the front lines and is looking to elevate the Peaky Blinders gang to a more powerful position by securing a bigger role in the criminal underworld. We meet Arthur Shelby, Thomas's hot-headed older brother, and Polly Gray, their sharp and calculating matriarch, who manages the family's finances and business operations. Polly's role as the backbone of the family operations is crucial to maintaining control over their criminal enterprise. The gang is focused on the St. Andrew's Day race, where the Peaky Blinders plan to rig the betting by fixing the outcome of a horse race. However, things start to unravel when Chief Inspector Chester Campbell, a no-nonsense police officer, is sent from Belfast to clean up the city, targeting the gang's activities. His arrival sets up an inevitable conflict between the Shelby family and the law. Thomas's plans are complicated further by the appearance of Grace Burgess, a mysterious woman who works as a barmaid at the local pub. Grace is secretly working for Campbell and is tasked with gathering intelligence on the Shelbys. Here's a quote without context. "If there are bodies to be buried, dig holes, and dig 'em deep." Peaky Blinders offers a rich introduction to a complex, morally ambiguous world set in a post-World War I Birmingham, England. Through atmospheric direction, meticulous character development, and historical context, this episode sets the stage for what seems to blend the personal and the political. From the very first scenes, Peaky Blinders is obsessed with power, who holds it, how it's used, and what people are willing to do to gain it or maintain it. Thomas Shelby's primary motivation is control, not just over his family's gang, but over the narrative of his life. The Peaky Blinders are a criminal organization rooted in the harsh social realities of the post-World War, and Thomas's desire to expand and consolidate his influence is clear. His plan to rig the horse race and secure his place in the criminal underworld underscores his ambition. A central motif in the episode is the psychological trauma of the First World War. Thomas Shelby's experience as a soldier on the front lines has left deep scars, physically, emotionally, and mentally. His cold, calculating demeanor is a coping mechanism for the pain he carries, and much of his early behavior suggests that his ambition is driven by a need to assert control over a world that has been chaotic and traumatic. The visual style of Peaky Blinders is one of its standout features. The dark, moody cinematography is often complemented by sharp contrasts of light and shadow, reinforcing the moral ambiguity of the characters. The use of smoke, rain, and muted colors helps to immerse the audience in the grim, industrial setting of post-war Birmingham, which feels suffocating and bleak. The pacing is deliberate, allowing for the slow reveal of character backstories, motivations, and the socio-political environment of the time. The first episode of Peaky Blinders introduces a multifaceted narrative driven by complex characters, political intrigue, and the raw scars of war. By the end, viewers are left with a sense of anticipation, knowing that the Peaky Blinders are just beginning their rise, and the stakes will only get higher from here. Now for a little trivial trivia. Grace is portrayed by Annabelle Wallis, who is a descendant of Marie Lloyd, whose song, "The Boy I Love Is Up in the Gallery," appears in this episode. Peaky Blinders was produced by Karen Mandeback Productions, Tiger Aspect Productions, and Screen Yorkshire. It was filmed on location in Birmingham, England. The cinematography was captured by George Steele, whose filmography includes drama Cast-Offs, political thriller The Honorable Woman, western The Sun, and adventure Robin Hood. It was edited by Chris Barwell, who worked on family comedy Shameless, period drama Mr. Selfridge, and fantasy adventure The Wheel of Time. The score was composed by Martin Phipps, who wrote the music for crime thriller Harry Brown, sci-fi suspense Black Mirror, and historical drama Napoleon. He's been nominated for 8 Primetime Emmy Awards for The Crown, Victoria, War and Peace, Great Expectations, and Sense and Sensibility. The runtime is 58 minutes. The series was on for 6 seasons, 36 episodes from 2013 to 2022. It won Best Drama Series at the 2018 BAFTA Awards. On the Ski Index, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. If you've seen Peaky Blinders and have opinions on the series, let me know what you think using the hashtag MattWatchThat. Moving right along, each episode, I'm going to post clips that I think people should watch. It could be movie trailers, music videos, interviews, or something completely random. Search for my YouTube page and there'll be a playlist called Matt Watch That Playback. Chris McCausland is a British comedian and actor who has gained significant recognition for his unique comedy style, which blends observational humor, storytelling, and sharp wit. He was born in Liverpool, England. He studied at Kingston University, where he graduated with BSc honors in software engineering. He worked as a web developer before his eyesight deteriorated, a condition resulting from a rare form of retinitis pigmentosa. While working in sales, he started to perform at stand-up comedy clubs, quickly gaining attention for his humorous takes on everyday life and his unapologetic approach to discussing disability. His ability to seamlessly incorporate his blindness into his comedy, without being overly self-deprecating, helped him carve out a niche in the UK comedy scene. His career took off when he won the Jongleurs J2O Last Laugh competition and came in 3rd on Channel 4's So You Think You're Funny. While McCausland made his mark in the stand-up world, his television career further amplified his popularity. He became a familiar face on British television, making numerous appearances on popular comedy panel shows such as Have I Got News for You, 8 out of 10 Cats, and The Last Leg. He frequently touches on themes of life with a disability, relationships, and the often absurd nature of the world around him. His ability to make people laugh while discussing serious and personal topics has made him stand out as a comedian who isn't afraid to be vulnerable on stage. By openly discussing his blindness and other disability-related issues, McCausland has helped normalize these topics in the mainstream comedy circuit. He's part of a growing movement of comedians who are using their platforms to promote inclusivity, accessibility, and representation for disabled individuals in entertainment. McCausland's career is a testament to the power of humor as a tool for both entertainment and social change, providing both laughter and a voice for those who are often underrepresented. I've selected a couple of clips featuring the comedian. They're all available in the Matt Watch That Playback playlist on YouTube. Check it out. Now it's time for the recommendation. Yes, that's the word recommendation with Matt in the middle. I'm going to end each podcast with my own recommendation of a movie or TV series. Today I'm talking about This Is England. Set in 1983, during the height of the Thatcher era, the film explores the experiences of a young boy named Sean, who's growing up in a working-class neighborhood in England. He's coping with the recent death of his father in the Falklands War, feeling isolated and out of place, struggling to find a sense of belonging. His life takes a turn when he meets a group of skinheads, led by Woody, who initially embraces him and offers a sense of camaraderie. The group is nonviolent and part of a local subculture that blends punk, fashion, and music. The group's dynamic is shaken when a new member, Combo, returns from a stint in prison. He's more radical and filled with anger, particularly towards immigrants in the state of the nation. His presence begins to influence the group in dangerous ways, and Sean, who is still impressionable, becomes torn between the warmth and acceptance he finds with the skinheads and the toxic, hateful ideology that Combo espouses. It stars Thomas Turgos, Stephen Graham, Joe Hartley, Vicky McClure, and Jack O'Connell. It was written and directed by Shane Meadows. This Is England delves into themes of identity, loyalty, and the impact of social and political issues on the youth. It addresses how hate and division can seep into communities, especially during times of economic and social hardship. The film is both a coming-of-age story and a harsh critique of the societal tensions of the 1980s in Britain. The film's strong performances, especially from Stephen Graham as the volatile combo, and its poignant exploration of the effects of fascism and racism make it a powerful and thought-provoking film. In 2010, a spin-off series, This Is England 86, further explored the characters' lives after the events of the film. It was followed by 2 sequel series, This Is England 88 and This Is England 90. That's all for this edition of Matt Watch That. Thanks for listening to me babble. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Matt Seroski. You can subscribe to my YouTube page where I'll post videos and clips from the show. If you have any opinions on what I've discussed, or suggestions as to what movie or TV pilot I should see, use the hashtag MattWatchThat on social. Head over to mattseroski.com for all the latest news and updates, and come back next time for the reviews, rants, and randomness. Starting in 1971, Master Peach, ugh. The first episode of Peaky Blinders introduces a multifaceted narrative driven by complex characters, political intrigue, and the raw scars of war, providing both laughter and a voice for those who are often underrepresented. Peaky Blinders offers a rich introduction to a complex, morally ambiguous world. Ambiguous?